Recording in 3, 2, 1. What's good, Kingdom? Yo, welcome to a video about Sonic Racing Crossworlds. It's still fresh in my mind, okay? I've thoroughly enjoyed the beta, no matter how much I hate that I barely won any races at all, and how I got hard stuck on B+. But it is what it is, okay? I've left it behind me. People were just better, or more lucky, or both. Honestly, I don't care. Anyway, listen up, alright? You read the title. We are going to rank every single race that was in the beta. And yeah, I'm very excited. Honestly, because I think the beta had a lot of good tracks. I had a lot of fun driving those tracks. And I'm gonna rank them. Like I said, you know, it's a tier list. You know what a tier list is. I don't need to explain that, okay? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we are on the website Tier Maker, the best and honestly the only tier list website I know that actually people use. And yeah, as you can see, I got 5 ranks, 6. I cannot count. 6 ranks. Favorite, second pick. It's I, could be worse. Only if I pick random, wasn't in the playtest, okay? So, the first one we start off with is Wonder Museum, okay? Wonder Museum is, I mean, it's a stage, you know, in a museum. Looks really normal and stuff. I think the OST is surprisingly good. I like the little dinosaur stuff. The best part about the stage is definitely the final lap, because the final lap everything goes weird, right? Like there's ghosts, stuff is moving, like there's this boat that goes like back and forth, which is very annoying. There's like cars driving and flying around everywhere, yeah. Honestly, I think Wonder Museum is definitely a pretty good track, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite. So I would say yeah, second pick. Like if I you know, if any other track that I dislike more, I would pick this one, you know? Like this is the second best. Also, I mean, I don't need to explain, but like wasn't in the playtest, makes sense, right? Like Kronos Island got revealed in the video that I reacted to. Obviously, Northern Island also the same thing. White Space, Dumpa Factory, Market Street, Digital Circuit, and Ocean View were all not in the playtest. So they're not in this tier list because I didn't drive them. Makes sense, right? Yeah, makes sense. Anyway, let's move on to the next one, which is Lava Cave. Okay, so I have feelings about Lava Cave. I think this is not a very good track, right? First of all, you start off with the flying. I think the flying and the water sections in this game are the worst part about it. Listen up, all right? This is majority flying. You fly right into some sort of, I don't know, chasm, I guess you could call it. Like I said, it's not like a terrible track at all. I don't hate it, but out of all the Crossworld tracks, I always pick this one the least, right? I mostly just go for random instead. So yeah, Lava Cave, this is a random. Like I said, I don't hate the track. It's okay. I just think there's not a lot of driving, and when there's driving, the pathing is kind of boring. The environment it looks cool, but it's just flying straight, you know, like there's not much going on. I don't know, I'm just not a big fan of the flying in this game. I think it's either not quick enough, or it's just not functional enough and reactive enough, and most of the time just nothing happens. Like, oh, you go towards like these rings to like go faster, or like you do some drifting shenanigans in the air so you get more boost and stuff, which sometimes messes me up completely. Like, you know, it's just not it. And in the end, there's like this, you know, this turn that somehow never works out for me. I don't know, I never get like this turn really nicely or something. And I don't know, I just don't like it. I just don't like it. So yeah, that's why I put it in only if I pick random. So yeah. Next up is Sand Road. Okay, so Sand Road is honestly, I used to not really fuck with the OST like that. As you could tell in my reaction video that I posted. But I hate it now. I think I actually like it. It really grew on me. The Sand Road, well, it is a bit of how you say this? Bit of a boring track. And the ghosts, which kind of makes sense because, you know, of the Adventure 2 Knuckles kind of thing, right? With the ghosts and stuff. But I don't know, I think it's just not a really great map. Like, desert tracks normally are not that bad, I think. I mean, look at Sonic Riders. I think Sonic Riders is like one of the most amazing desert track that they could think of. So I'm kind of judging it based on that, because that's like one of my favorite maps from Sonic Riders. But yeah, with like desert map concerns, it's a bit bland, no? Now, I do have to remember, this is probably like one of the first like laps or Grand Prix tracks, right? And normally they start off a little bit bland, a bit boring. So I guess I'd have to consider that. I don't know if I should. But I don't hate this Sand Road. I think it's aight. Especially the section with the water. I always skip the water section. Like I said already, I hate water. I think water sucks in this game. The fact that you can drift is annoying because sometimes there's like this very sharp turn, and if you're like too close to the left, if it's a right turn, you either have to brake, which in this game loses like at least 3 places if you're lucky, right? Most time it's more. Or you just completely crash into the wall and lose places anyways, right? There's not really a win-win, you know? So yeah, that's why I put Sand Road in its eye. Next up is Colourful Mall, or aka Coconut Mall, how I like to call it, just as a joke. Colourful Mall, I think it's a good map. I really like it actually. I like the accelerators, or the elevators, I mean. No, the accelerators. No, wait. Roltrap. That's how it's called in Dutch. I don't know the English word. I forgot. But yeah, I like that section. I like that there's multiple layers of the map, which you can pick whatever layer you want. And I think my favorite part is probably the secret on the top row, or the top level on the 3rd lap, where you can go right to get like a special blue item, and it's like a pretty quick quick shortcut. I think that I like that one a lot. OST is pretty good. I like the OST a lot. And I mean, yeah, honestly, Colourful Mall, honestly, I think it would be, it's a second pick for sure. Yeah, I think Colourful Mall is pretty good. Yeah. All right, next up is Sky Road. All right, I mean, from what you already heard about me, you probably already know what I'm gonna say about Sky Road. Sky Road is one of those cross-world maps, which is flying, right? Not as much as Lava Cave is, but Sky Road is a lot of flying, right? But I don't necessarily hate the flying that much because it's like not that long, right? But it is more the track, and the track, specifically the shortcuts. The shortcuts suck, okay? You will 9 out of 10 just you fly out of the corner. Doesn't matter how much you like predicted the curve or drifted it, like if you don't brake, you'll fly off. And considering it's supposed to be a shortcut, I don't see the appeal of having to brake on a shortcut. Now this could be just a game, you know, mistake. You know, I don't know, maybe they made the turn too steep. No, not too steep. Too sharp. Or anything like that. But honestly, I don't like the shortcuts. The shortcuts suck. And I think if a shortcut in a track is bad, well, most of the track is gonna be bad for me, because, you know, like, why, right? Like, I'm trying to be fast and efficient, you know, going through like shortcuts on purpose. I know, you know, they're higher difficulty, sure, but impossible, bro? Like, braking is not very efficient in this game. Like, if you brake, you lose a lot of speed. Like, you just, like I said, you're literally losing places. Like, it will be quicker to go around it instead of doing the fast shortcut, which isn't even fast, right? Then we have like this area where like it splits into like 3 paths, and you can like go left, right, or straight forward, and then you like bounce on a balloon, air balloon, and then you go down, and you know, that's the end of the level. I mean, I don't think design-wise the level is very me. I'm not like a very big fan of how Sky Road looks. I don't hate pink or whatever, but like, it's just, I don't know. It's just not really my kind of vibe, and I don't really think it belongs in the Sonic game either. Like, honestly, that's like most of my critiques about like that Apple Arcade game, which I forgot the name of course. Duh. So yeah, Sky Road is not really it. This is another only if I pick random track, honestly. Like, if I see Sky Road, I always go random. Like, I just do not like Sky Road. It's not fun to me, in my opinion. Next up is the Kraken Bay. Alright, so Kraken Bay is this dark map with a lot of water, and on this ship, and then there's like a flying section. And that's the end, right? You go into like the Kraken's mouth, right? Kraken Bay is another like weird track to me. It feels very out of place. A little bit like Sky Road, but even Sky Road has a little bit of like appeal because of the Apple Arcade Sonic game, right? But Kraken Bay, like, first when I saw the trailer, I immediately thought about Sonic Rush, right? Sonic Rush has like this ghost pirate ship kind of level, right? With this amazing soundtrack. I mean, you know the soundtrack, 100%. Called Haunted Ship. I just looked it up. But yeah, Kraken Bay is not that. It is again more ghosts. I think they're overusing that whole concept a little bit too much. They're also the same ghosts, so it feels like kind of lazy, right? And I just don't think the Kraken's, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of it. I like the pirate ship appeal, but like I said, with all the ghosts, it's kind of it's gonna be, could it be worse? The water section is not that bad because it's like pretty much straight. You know, there's no like corners that you have to like do. There's a lot of waves, so you can do a lot of tricks. I mean, yeah, it could be worse. Okay, so from all these mid and bad tracks, here we got Holoska. Oh boy. Holoska, bro. Like, first of all, it's from Unleashed. That is like one of my favorite Sonic games ever. Even if I never played the official version, I only played the PS2 version. Just mind you, like, you know, apparently that's the worst version ever. But I adored it, alright? That was my childhood game. I never had beaten it though, but that's most of my childhood games. Anyway, listen. Holoska is like one of those tracks. It looks beautiful. It sounds amazing. Like, the OST is incredible. It might be my favorite OST in the game, honestly. I like the ice because it like reminds me of the ice track from Sonic Unleashed, of course. The water section, even though I'm not a huge fan of the water section, it's just straight. There's no stupid turns or whatever. You could just go straight. There's nothing wrong with it, you know. You could even skip it with the flying if you want from that one ramp at the start. Even though I don't like water, I like flying even less. So I would always pick the water section. It's just a brilliant track. Like the OST is great. There's like this like ice I know bobsleigh section, you know, which is you know, a reference to the day stage of the track. It's gorgeous. The OST is great. I've never had a bad experience on this track. So honestly, this is my favorite. Yeah, this is my favorite. Yep, 100%, bro. Holoska is definitely my favorite. I always pick this when I see it. Like, yeah, 100%. Amazing. Right, next up is Metal Harbour. All right, Metal Harbour is obviously another track from Sonic Adventure 2, which I have barely played. I just don't think it's a great game. The controls are very wonky, so I don't have a lot of fun playing the game. So I never really beaten it. Anyway, Metal Harbour is definitely a very cool track. I think it's a very good track. Honestly, the OST, brilliant OST. We have a little bit of flying, right? But it's all optional, so that's even better. I love when I have optional flying, because I will never ever pick that. Maybe on accident I sometimes, you know, fly, but if I can't help it, I'm not flying, bro. I'm gonna stay my ass on the ground, okay? So after that little flying section, there's like a couple turns here and there. That's pretty cool. Then there's like this little split area, which is, you know, it's alright. Some little boosts, little items here and there. Blah, 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 right? And then there's like this turn, which is probably the worst part about the stage. Because there's like a shortcut. The shortcut, one, it has a robot. The robot is in the way. You cannot take this shortcut. Pretty much at all. Because first of all, you need to brake again. It's another shortcut that you need to brake for. Like, make it make sense, right? And second of all, there is a enemy in the way. So you can't even take the most optimal path. So you have to go wide in the turn anyways. So like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But after that, there's like the best shortcut in the game, which is like this little ramp. And if you take it well, you could literally fly to the end of the fucking stage, bro. Like to the finish line. And oh boy, I have fallen so many times on that track. I can't even remember how many, bro. Like it's insane, honestly. Anyway, with that being said, I think Metal Harbour is yeah, I've picked it above a lot of other tracks. I think, yeah, I've definitely picked, honestly, but it's also not my second pick. I have picked this above a lot of other tracks. Yeah, these goes above second pick. So honestly, let's change the naming. I think that messes me up. Let's first pick. That's a good one. That's way better than the naming I had. Yep, first pick it is. All right, now it makes sense in my brain. Yeah, Metal Harbour is definitely a first pick. Absolutely. Dinosaur Jungle is the next one up. Alright, so Dinosaur Jungle is the map. It starts off with water and a stupid turn. So, I mean, you already see the pattern, right? You already see the pattern. I don't like the water, and I do not like the turning in the water, right? But it's not too bad. It's not that sharp, so it's doable, right? After that, we go on a track. There's a bunch of dinosaurs, which is really cool. I think the aesthetic is pretty cool. It's a bit of a weird track though, because I can't really place what game this is from. If you know, let me know in the comments below, because I still haven't figured out which it is. I'm assuming it's like either like Black Knight or Secret Rings related, but I'm not quite sure of that, so don't hold me on that. So yeah, Dinosaur Jungle is yeah, I don't know, it has like this stupid shortcut in like in a U-turn, and if you like mess it up, you fall and you lose a lot of places, a lot of time, a lot of speed. The majority of the time you should not try it. That's been a really inconsistent thing about this game. Like, some shortcuts are really good and nice to take, but a lot of them just suck ass, honestly. I think that's the worst part of the game, honestly. The shortcuts that just suck ass. They just don't feel nice to do. They just don't drive well. They're not smooth, and sometimes you have to brake for them. Like, it's stupid, honestly. So yeah, Dinosaur Jungle. Well, I am not a huge fan of the water, obviously. There's not a lot of water, but the track itself, I'm also not a huge fan of. I think the dinosaurs are cool, I guess. I'm not really a dinosaur head though, so it's not like a thing I'm like, oh my god, yep, top of the list kind of thing here. It's honestly, it could be worse. It could be worse. Yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna reorganize all the placements per tier after this, okay? Alright, next up at E Stadium. Well, I mean, what can I say about E Stadium? E Stadium is not like a very interesting track, but it's not a bad track either. I think it's a very good start. Obviously, it's the first track of the Grand Prix, right? It's first stage of the cup. And it's a stadium map, which honestly it's good. I like the appearance of it. I like the race track. There's a lot of jumps. There's no water. There's no flying, so that's great. There's a lot of shortcuts, a lot of wisp cuts, you know, which you can like take. If you have like a wisp, there's like this very must-have shortcut in lap 3, where you're at the jumping section of the stage, and if you miss it, you pretty much lose. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying, but yeah. Honestly, E Stadium, I don't hate it. It's second pick, honestly. I've picked this map before. Yeah, I actually have. Multiple times. Yeah, E Stadium, it's just a good track. Nothing very special about it, but it's just a good track. It feels nice to race on. And I mean, yeah, there's just not a lot to dislike about it, honestly. Alright, next up is Rainbow Garden. Alright, Rainbow Garden is another track. I do not specifically know where it's from. It looks like that area from Sonic Unleashed, but I'm not quite sure, right? Anyway, so Rainbow Garden is track. Again, it has a lot of wisp cuts, a lot of them. I think 2, and there's a little bit of flying, but it's not the worst, honestly. The indoor section is pretty cool with like a turn and a couple boosts, and then there's like this. You come out of this area, then you like do a couple jumps and tricks, and then you do like this. Pretty sharp turn, which you can, you know, wisp cut on, obviously, and then you're back on the finish, I guess. And then lap 3, there's like this area that opens up, which is it's pretty cool. I've not really found it way better than the normal route. It is definitely a lot more difficult to pull off, especially if you want to drift through the whole thing. But it's not a bad shortcut. I think I don't hate it. Yeah, it's cool. There's like a little jump. There's a little dash pad as well. And yeah, that's about it. Honestly, I don't think there's anything else on lap 3 that really stands out. That being said, Rainbow Garden, I think it's alright. It's alright. Yeah, it's not a bad track. It's not a great track. Just, you know, it's alright. You know, like, yeah, I can race this. There's no issue. I don't hate my life doing this, you know? Alright, next up is Water Palace. Alright, Water Palace is a track, first of all, looks great. A lot of water. It's definitely, it looks a little bit like that Zero Gravity track from Sonic Riders. But it's completely different. So, yeah, it could be any of them. I mean, obviously, Sonic is very, there's a big history of like water tracks. Like a lot of Sonic games have water tracks, right? So it kind of makes sense that I don't really know where to place this Water Palace at, like what Sonic game it's from. Again, let me know in the comments if you know. But anyway, so the race starts with a very tight turn and then another very tight turn, which is not bad actually. It's a very good start. Then we have like this little indoor place, which looks really cool. Like you go up some stairs and you can get to like this section of the map, and then you get like another stairs going up, and then you like jump and then you're into the water with arguably the worst water turn in the game. All right, listen up, okay? Like I already said, I don't like water in this game. I think it's the worst part. It's next to the flying. But I think the reason why I hate water so much is because you feel like you can turn. Like there's no drifting in the water. So you either have to slow down or you have to take it wide. You have to take the turn very wide so you make it through. It's very annoying. Don't like it. Then there's like the best shortcut in the game, which is just straight to the finish with a wisp. Yeah, that's the whole track. It's definitely not a bad track. Oh, I haven't talked about the OSTs a little bit, right? I forgot about the other ones. But honestly, I like almost all the OST in the game. There's no OST that I've heard I'm like, yeah, I hate that shit. It's terrible. Like none of them. I like all of them. Some of them I like more, obviously. Water Palace in particular, I think Water Palace has a good OST. Very, very appealing. So yeah, with that being said, I think Water Palace is honestly a second pick as well. I think Water Palace is good, but it's not great because of the water, right? Recurring theme, isn't it? Yeah, recurring theme. Although Holoska is kind of an outlier because there's water in that. So, you know. Next up is Dragon Road, another cross-world track. Honestly, Dragon Road is fantastic. Again, another Unleashed track with banger OST. You have like this Phoenix boss flying around. There's even like the section where he is like sitting there and making like firing like this fire breath at every single player on the track. He even like blocks us left or right sometimes, so you have to like pay attention to that. A little bit of there's like a Bowser track from Mario Kart, which has like him like in the middle, like a robot him punching the sides of the track. That's kind of what it reminds me of a little bit. And then the track's already done. It's honestly a very quick track. Like I always enjoy. Bro, the start, by the way, bro, the start is literally you jumping through the warp ring, right? You go down this ramp, you jump into like this fireplace with like this dragon, and you like do a bunch of flips and everywhere. Like, bro, it's such a good track, bro. It's yeah. Dragon Road is first pick every single time. Every single time I see it on the ground, or if I see it in the ring, I'm picking Dragon Road, bro. Every single time. It's fantastic. It's a fantastic track, fantastic OST. It drives well. There's no stupid turns that I hate, and yeah, there's nothing I hate about Dragon Road. It's almost the perfect track, honestly. Right, next up we got another cross-world track, which is called Roulette Road. All right, so obviously this is very Sonic Heroes oriented. Looks a lot like Casino Park and a lot of other like casino maps from Sonic, right? So it could be Sonic Heroes, it could be other like casino tracks that I don't know the name of, but the OST is from Casino Park, from Sonic Heroes, which I like a lot. Anyway, so it started off with some balls, like yeah, you go like this down this path, and there's like balls everywhere. There's like chips on the course, which you have to avoid because otherwise you slow down. There's this very long turn where you're like in this roulette machine, right? Then you have like this jump, and then you jump into another roulette machine, and I think that then you're already done. It's not a bad track, honestly. I think Roulette Road is definitely one of the best Crossworlds in the game. I really like it, honestly. The OST is great. The appeal of the stage is great. The driving in it can be annoying because one of those like very long turns can sometimes mess you up, because then it like you stop turning or something. I don't know what happens, but a lot of times I crash into the wall for some reason. But I feel like there's something missing. Like, yeah, the roulette thing is cool, but I don't know, I think it missed something. It's missing, like, I don't know what it's missing. It's just missing something. It really is. But yeah, like I said, good track. I like it. Roulette Road is, honestly, yeah, honestly, it's a first pick as well. Roulette Road is, it's definitely a first pick. Yeah. Right, next up is Mystic Jungle, which is a track from Sonic Forces. Now, I had low expectations for this track because it's a Sonic Forces track, right? But the OST, woo, I really like the OST. But the track, I like it even more. The track is really cool, very dark. I like it. But the best part is probably the water slide, because it's not water, if that makes sense. Like, it's not you driving in water, it's you driving on water, right? It feels like the chaotic track from Sonic Forces, where you like fling around this like water slide and like you have barely any control and stuff. Like, I think they really adapted that well in this game. And then there's like this snake section, which is obviously like this annoying QuickTime event in the original game, but they made it an enemy here. And also, I didn't notice until yesterday. I never tried it. I just saw it after like playing for a couple hours yesterday. But apparently there's a shortcut. If you go all the way to the left, there's a snake you can drive on in the third lap. I didn't notice. That's really cool. That makes it a lot better, honestly. Like, I didn't know there were any shortcuts outside like some, you know, wisp cuts. But yeah, with that shortcut on top of it, even though I've never tried it before, I think that really jumps in the ranks for me then. Because Mystic Jungle is definitely, it's a good track, it looks good. OST's banger. The water slide section I really like. But I always thought the last corner was a little bit stupid. You know, like, yeah, there was a snake in the way, but like, you know, you can easily dodge it. It's not that hard. It's a little bit boring. But the fact that there's like a giant shortcut on when you drive on a snake, that's great. That's fantastic. But with that being said, it is not a first pick though. It's the second pick. Yeah, it's a second pick for sure. It's a good track, like I said, but it's definitely second pick. Alright, last but not least is Apotos, or Apotos. I still don't know how to pronounce the name of this stage. But, oh boy, picking this stage is definitely a risk. Alright, because there's a lot of people online that use that stupid monster truck, where you can use the monster truck at the start of the level, and you just get run over in that very tiny corridor-ass race track, bro. Like, it is so tight. It is very hard to not bounce over and over and over towards the wall, to the other wall, or like crash into the wall. Like, driving through that section is so difficult. It's like threading a string through a needle, bro. Like, I understand why they did it, right? Because it's a very linear, or like a very narrow track in Unleashed. So they kind of like try to emulate that like little feeling where you're like very closed in to the stage, right? To the walls. Because of that stupid monster truck perk, it is horrendous, all right? You better not drive at first or drive in the front, because you'll get run over 100%. Anyway, after that there's like this there's like a little shortcut on the right where you can like go up, and on the third lap there's 100 rings there. Then you jump on a couple jumps, and then there's like this right turn that's very sharp, and then you jump on the main road again. After that you go in the air a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit, Again, like I already said, I don't really like the flying in the game. I don't like it at all. Yeah, after that you get to another platform just to fly again to a different platform, and there's like a turn, and then you're pretty much done, honestly. I like the stage, even with like people using that stupid monster truck perk all over online. But I have to be honest, I don't know why I like the track so much. Like, it's not a very appealing map. Like, there's not a lot of things to see. The track design is not very intricate. There's a lot of flying, which I don't like. But for some reason, I really like this map. And it might be my bias towards Sonic Unleashed. That could be the case, 100%. But it's I'm almost scared to say this, but it's first pick. Yeah, this stage is actually first pick for me, bro. Every single time I see the stage, I'm picking it. Like, no questions asked. It's kind of crazy, honestly. Now we got to the section where I'm going to rank everything inside of the already ranked tracks, or maybe switch them around a little bit if I like think of some other criteria. Okay, I think Holoska, honestly, I think Holoska looks to be on, I think Holoska should be 2. It's definitely a very well-beloved map for me, but it's not number 1, because number 1 is 100% Dragon Road. Then Holoska, 100%, no questions asked. I think this one is then 3rd. Metal Harbour is gonna be 4th, and Roulette Road is gonna be 5th. That's fine. Yeah, I like this ranking. Here, I think Mall is on top. Then Mystic Jungle, Water Palace, yeah, Wonder Museum, and E Stadium. I think that's a good one. Honestly, I think I'm gonna lower E Stadium to its height, but it's gonna be on the first one though. First one, Sand Road 2nd, Rainbow Garden 3rd. Could be worse is, I think it's gonna be this. Yeah, Jungle could be worse on number 1, and Kraken Bay number 2. And I'm not quite sure which one I hate more, Lava Cave or Sky Road. Honestly, it's honestly very difficult to me, because I really hate the flying in the Lava Cave, but I also don't like the driving and the flying in Sky Road. So I'm just gonna keep it on Lava Cave 1 and Sky Road 2. Just for fun, let me just rank these as well. Wasn't in the playtest, but just from what I've seen about it. I think White Space is my favorite. Then Kronos Island. White Space is obviously from Sonic X Shadow Generations, which is really, really cool in my opinion. Like, it's the hub world, so come on, like, dude, incredible. Kronos Island, another one. The hub world for Sonic Frontiers, really cool. The Northern Star Island, I believe that's from Sonic Rumble, but I'm not quite sure. Or Superstars, Sonic Superstars. But like I said, I'm not quite sure. Mark Street is another Unleashed track, which is Rooftop Run. I'm not sure why it's called Market Street, but it's pretty much it's built on the appearance of Rooftop Run from Sonic Unleashed. Dompa Factory has a banger soundtrack, very cool, like lore-wise, because like this is where like cars are made and stuff. That's really cool. Digital Circuit has a terrible OST, so it's going last. I don't know how it looks. It looks pretty cool, but they ruined the Digital Shortcut OST from 05 Shadow, so it's going last. And Ocean View is based on Ocean Palace from Sonic Heroes, which is a very liked track on the game. And I believe this also in like in the previous Sonic Team Racing game, which I wasn't very impressed with, but that could be just because the racing on that game was very minimal. So yeah, that is the tier list. Let me know what you think about it. Who do you put on the number 1 or 2 or anything, you know? How would you rate it? I'll have the tier list in the description below if you want to make it, and if you would, you can send it to me on Twitter, and we can discuss it. You know, like I'm down for some conversations. You know, every single opinion is valid. Unless you like Skyroad the best, then you should probably not tweet that to me, because I will probably just block you. Honestly, I'm kidding. But yeah, cool. That's a little video I wanted to make today. I thought I woke up, I was like, you know what, this is a perfect time. You know, the hype is still very high for this game, and it's still very high in me. That's the only thing I'm thinking about right now. It's very unfortunate I can't play the game anymore. But it's fine, okay? It's totally okay. In 3 weeks I can play it, so that's totally okay. Anyway, with that being said, let me know what you thought about the tier list in the description below. Not the description, the comments. The comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. With that being said, that's about it. Take care, chat. Peace out.